Bursting blues with a laugh in my eye. Shades of wonder got me on a high. We spin stories in purple and gold. Girls got colors nobody can hold. We mix it up, we make it new. Splashing bold, that's how we do. Running on fun, we won't slow down. Paint the town, turn it upside down. Rush out my favorite traffic jam. Color like a fool, yeah, you know who I am. Dreams on the canvas, magic in my head. Painting out loud, I don't care where I live. Like a fool, like a fool. Splashing wild, breaking the rules. Like a fool, like a fool, like a fool. Every line, every you. Welcome to the dream team, the brush out crew.
It's a plank. There's only room for one.
You're gonna Titanic me.
I see you. I get the choice of whether or not to help you or not. Oh no!
I did not kill you!
Yo, she opened me, push me. Now we do this until like one of us like dies. Oh my god, you pushed me again.
Okay.
This is, we were here.
You gotta ask for help, Savvy. There it goes. Maybe. No!
Oh my god! Fantastic!
Savvy! I did not kill you! It didn't even say help friend, and I was like, no. It didn't even give me that option. I don't think you asked for help.
Be fair, Sammy took a sip of Diet Coke instead of holding on for dear life. Oh no, but he killed me. I asked for help and he
Were you
killed
drinking
me.
Diet Coke? And there was much rejoicing. Hooray. No!
Welcome in, everybody. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Toss, toss. Welcome into Monday, the brush hour, Monday, as I like to call it, Motivation Monday. Here we are again, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what we have going on today. I'm not going to take too much time talking about it. There is one little thing I need to do over here. Talks amongst yourselves. You know, it's totally fine. It's professional, level quality over here. Anywho. All right, I got what I needed. Yeah, welcome in. Lots of things to talk about. This was supposed to get cleaned up. I dismissed that. Anyway, I'm Dreaming Tabitha, an artist here on YouTube. And today we are going to attempt, like we did last week, can I finish a Cara Dune drawing in the brush hour segment? And we shall see, because I'm all alone. I'm all alone. Today, maybe not for long. We're supposed to have a special guest with us today, but she, they, him might pop in at any time. So I just got to be ready. But so let's get crack-a-lackin'. How is everybody? How are you? I see over here that we have DL hitting us with everything. And the kitchen sink, all those amazing emotes for the members. Larry Knight saying, good morning, dreaming fools. It's Tabitha. Wasp, good morning. It's cold. It's rainy here. It's not cold. Apparently here in Florida, we are going in some really weird, like up and down weather situation. And so our cold front isn't supposed to hit us until the end of this week. We're just getting basically the tail end of everything that happened up north and in the Midwest. Last week, it said that this coming Sunday would be in the 29s-ish there around, which is cold. It's below freezing. But then when I checked yesterday, it was bumped up a little bit into the 30s. Still cold, still uncomfortable, but we're good. It's Grape hitting us with like a fool. It's okay to live like a fool. It's okay to laugh like a fool. It's okay to love like a fool. More on that later. But it's not okay to die like a fool. Larry over there on the kick side, thank you so much. Stephen Brown, good morning. And Spider, it's been a day. Need this type of catharsis today. Okay, I got you. Nice crochet top. Thanks. I wish I had made it myself, but I know how to do the square. I know how to do a granny square, which actually I believe tomorrow night you can find me on Politically Incorrect Knitters. And I will be crocheting. I'm be showing off my handiwork. I'll be throwing a link to their channel in a little bit, but we'll be moving on. But I will be over there with Anne and, oh crap, how embarrassing. I can't remember the host's name. Crap. I'll be on Politically Incorrect Knitters. It should be wild. Those ladies don't hold back. Like, you think I'm highly opinionated? You wait till you meet these ladies. They're highly intelligent. They're down to earth, and they take shots and they don't miss. They don't miss. Best intro ever that I might be by. A little bit. Hello, yeah, a beautiful woman drawing a beautiful woman. That's right. That's right. We're going to be recreating this gal over here. Cavantino, good morning. All right. We have said everything that we need to say to the wonderful people in the chat currently at the morning. Well, Cajun Corey just kind of busts on in and ruins my speech. Thanks, Corey, for being here. But yes, adding to the stage, Dreaming Tabitha. Speaking of living, laughing, loving like a fool, there is new merch available in the Dreaming Tabitha store, which you can find the link for that. There is a tab on my channel for that. We do have some new artwork. I do have my last year's Cara Dune with little baby Grogu in there. And then, of course, some Superman stuff, some more pop culture. But I also have the Inside Joke Theater posters. Yeah, the Inside Joke Theater posters are available for all of you if you so choose. They're for a limited time because obviously for the masses, they have no idea what these are for. So I'm going to leave them up there for a couple, maybe until March or something like that. Some of these people will be at MegaCon. So if you enjoy the content, you watch them game, you like them streaming, feel free to buy a poster and then you can have them sign it. All that great stuff. Know Me Without You will be there. She's in this one over here, as well as the poor little dead Narmy down in here. And then Sevi's going to be there. Moss is going to be there. The real Joe Rosie, not the fake one, although she might be there too. But the real Joe Rosie will be there. Epic Mike, last I heard, is going to be there. And then, of course, you got your Geeks and Gamers. You've got Jeremy. You've got X-Wing. And Beardo will be there. Fantastic. I don't know if you're going to be there or not, but you can always get Fantastic to sign the poster as well. And then, of course, the classic Most. But then we also, in time for Valentine's Day, we have Love Like a Fool, Matthew 22. Let me click on this. Matthew 22:39. This lovely, lovely sweatshirt over here. Is that the... Yeah, it comes in different colors and all that kind of stuff. I got me one, Love Like a Fool, because it doesn't have to be for Valentine's Day. We kind of talked about that a couple of weeks ago on a stream, where it's like, you know what? You don't need a special day of the year to love somebody in your life, because Jesus calls us to love everybody. You don't have to like everybody, but you do have to love everybody if you are a child of God. And so there's going to be t-shirts. And then we also have Follow Jesus Like a Fool over here. I also got myself one of these. And we also have it in the nice heather mauve and the ash and all that stuff. Also with the 1 Corinthians down there, 1:18, just for the reference. If people are like, what do you... Love Like a Fool. And then we also have the rest of the Dream Team, the Dream Stream, the Brush Hour, all that good stuff. So there you have it in the link down below. Hey, the Patrick, what's up? And Andy Masterson. I'll be doing art today after I shovel snow. I don't have to do that. Yes. So anyway, we're going, no, hang on. Push the wrong tab, make myself nervous. Let me find the right window. So it is also Motivation. Let me get this down. Motivation Monday, and a final plug here over on the Patreon page. As many of you know, but just in case you're new around these her parts, there is a free tab for the Artist Alley over on Patreon. You don't gotta pay a thing. If you would like to post your artwork and you want to motivate other people in what you've been doing, or you just want to kind of be like an accountability partner or something like that. If your purpose is to create more artwork, it is a non-judgment, it's a judgment-free zone. Unless you ask for critique, nobody gives critique. Nobody's going to point out flaws or what you could have done better unless you ask for it. Okay. Strict policy in the Artist Alley. However, for low tier members and all that good stuff, there is, and for all tier members, I should say, that there is the Makeover Mondays. So 30 minutes after this show ends, I will be available live in the chat room, if you will. There we go. To give you my thoughts, my prayers, my opinions, my educated guesses. I give you everything and more of how you can elevate your artwork. So anyway, Motivation Monday, I have over here on my little pegboard what I wish to accomplish before March. And so I'm going to be posting over there for here on YouTube and over on Patreon, the members, all the different stuff. But one of them was to be able to have Transformers done by March, having 3 Transformers finished and completed by the month of March. And I have 2 already finished. I have 4 drawn out, but I have 2 that are completed. And so the reason being, number one, I wish to expand on who I am as an artist and try new things, try hard things. But I might be having the opportunity to sell specific Transformer merchandise at a convention this year. And I'm like, I kind of need to have merchandise to sell if I plan to go. So Megatron, all hail Megatron. And then I'm going to save the rest of them till they're all finished and whatnot. But I'll tell you that I finished Megatron, I finished Bumblebee, and then I'm working on my boy Rat Trap because I have to. Okay, I don't care if nobody cares about Beast Wars. I care. Okay, I care. You got to do stuff that makes you happy too. So Megatron, Bumblebee, Rat Trap, and of course our dear friend, the Lima Bean, Optimus Prime. And I'm going to be adding to that collection. I'm choosing to do the traditional or the original Transformers, and then I will add to that. I am intending to do, like I said, more Beast Wars ones, like maybe Rhinox. I would actually like to do Rhinox, Cheetor, Black Arachnia, and Megatron from Beast Wars. These were like my favorites when I watched the show. I'm not a huge Transformers person, but I loved me some Beast Wars. That was my jam for Transformers. And Rat Trap was my favorite. I kind of just want to show you. Should I just show you? Should I just show you what I've made? Because I'm like so happy because these were really hard to make. I don't do robots. And know what? I don't care if you're like Transformers aren't robots. Look, they're robots, okay? They're space alien robots. They're not necessarily cute. And they are not, and one way, so, okay, pro tip, when you're trying to make your artwork look more cute, you might think something looks more aggressive. One way to combat that is to round the edges, make it look cuter, make certain things larger than they normally are, other things smaller, and rounder. So when you're taking something like a Transformer that has a lot of harsh angles because it is metal or whatever you want to say it makes it difficult to make it cute. So that was quite the challenge for Tabitha because they're all angular. All of them. Even the rounded ones are all angular. So trying to figure out how to do my style on a chibi. I don't know if you can look at this and be like, yeah, that looks like Tabitha's artwork. Have no idea. But I did make certain areas more rounded. And then, of course, I enlarged the head because that is what chibis are. But trying to figure out how to make the head larger while having, muscular, quote unquote, shoulders and everything, it was really, really hard. And so you'll notice that even with like the shadowing and the highlighting, again, a way to combat the harsh angles that make something look more aggressive and or masculine is by rounding things. So even if I have harsh edges here, you'll notice that it's kind of a round right there. And then I added the roundedness here. So that kind of softens it just a little bit while still maintaining this aggressiveness because the eyes is definitely something. The coloring, of course, too, red being an aggressive color, but then continuing to have that. So I'll showcase what I got. Here is Bumblebee. He was a little bit easier to work with because the original had quite the rounded head. We did take a few creative liberties because that's what we do around here. And so you'll notice he has a lot more roundedness in the shoe portion and areas round in here and the arms and stuff like that because he is one of the good guys as well. So taking away some of the harsher angles also can indicate friendliness, right? So that's just something to look for when you're looking at character design as well. Just throwing that out there. So I love Bumblebee. These are going to be turned into stickers, by the way, that I'm going to be doing. If there's enough interest, I'll put them up at the shop when I'm finished with them for a while because that would be, you know, really cool. But yeah, I did traditional, excuse me, Bumblebee, which is so funny because he doesn't look at all like a bee, but I guess that's because he was the beetle bug, which is still weird to me because the beetle bug is a beetle. It's not, I've never heard anybody call a VW bug a bumblebee, but whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care. And then we've got my boy Rat Trap, who is in the process. I'm doing the trans metal Rat Trap. And I am amazed at how well he's looking. Look at these little rat heads on his bed. So cool. And then look at those obs. He was really difficult to do. He was the first one that I attempted to do outside. A shout out to Rogetta Rogetta, because I started off, here's my layout. And I started off with the Transformers and I'm like, let me build off of this and we'll add some stuff there too. You know, amplify and whatnot. But we're on a good trajectory. So Motivation Monday. I hope your January, it's almost over. I hope that it's going well for you because you gotta stay motivated and continue on. So I did some hard things here in January, and I'm of course an overachiever because that's what homeschooling trains you to be. You know, self-respect, self-responsibility is the word I'm looking for. But my goal was to have 3 completed Transformers by March because I really didn't have much faith in myself because it was hard. But it looks like I'm going to have 4, if not more. So shout out to Tabitha. Thank you. And you're welcome. But also thank you and shout out to Spider, Unfiltered Outlaws, Motivation Monday. Work kicking me in the teeth today. I'm going to kick it back. I'm going to kick it right back. Not going to hinder me from all the things to come. Hit back harder. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, exactly. See, Spider, he's got that Friday attitude.
Today is Friday. Today is Friday.
Cole Hauser for 2 says, Hail Tabitha. Ravage is cute. So they're going to try to take these. I don't know who Ravage is. See, this is my end. I don't, is that as a Transformer, I assume. No, Cole Hauser, thank you so much. I've been seeing your Transformer stuff, and you know, I'm trying to keep track on what is trending, what is popular. Who do the people want? Who do the people want as a Transformer? And I was told let me get these names right. Jetfire. It was like the top were, of course, you know, Optimus, Megatron, Bumblebee, Jetfire, Soundwave. Like these were the top ones, was it not? And there was a female at one point that I heard was actually really cool. But these are the ones that I know. So I was just like, okay, I know that there's Starscream. I hear a lot about Starscream. And that this is it. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Rocksteady and Bebop. Like, I don't know. Maybe. It is what it is. But thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Hulk Smash, Beast, Wars. Yeah. Da-da. That was like the best intro because the lyrics are super simple. The Megatron is perfect. As a Transformer purist, I approve. Oh, hail Megatron. Thank you. Upgraded Bumblebee. Oh, okay. I will have to see. Prime looks good, looking good so far. Thank you. I think you'll have more before. Yeah, well, but that was on top of all my other projects. So that's why I gave myself that bumper, if you will, of a window, hoping that I would. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. See, I don't RC and Alita 1. Okay, I will do my research. I will ask the professionals. I will seek help. And then TigX23 says follow. Either follow you or did you follow me? I don't know. The Transformers cartoons say are they robots in disguise? They're true. Robots in disguise. Okay. I have no idea. You know, the only female I'm aware of is Black Arachnia, and then oh shoot, there was like a hawk woman, female hawk woman person, excuse me, in Beast Wars. Again, Beast Wars was my era. But anyway, that's enough about silly robots in outer space. We need a different franchise in outer space, and that would be our lovely Cara Dune. All right, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish her before the show is over. We'll see. But what are you guys doing to keep motivated? I know a lot of you are out in the snow, and honestly, wintertime is the worst time to ever feel motivated to do anything. But I hope that you're still trying. You know, you get up in the morning and you try. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. If you first you don't exceed, just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Let me make sure. All right, so Cara Dune. I'm gonna walk us through. Let's get something on the ground, because otherwise Maria's gonna swoop in here and she's gonna chew me out. So I have an interesting pose that we're going to do. And you might notice that we're doing this in vertical instead of like last time we did chopper. We did it like this. I had thought about making a full length video with that, but instead I just made a short, which will come out later today, but trying to get back into that a little bit. So, but I'm going to try to do like a Cara Dune, like this way, but, Eldritch, what's up? Wait, was that a Shakespeare Sisters reference? Maybe. What was I talking about? So let me walk you through my process. Eldritch, are you going to be at MegaCon this year? All right, let's see if I can do this and fit her in here. So, all right, let's walk through. All right, so let's get our gourd body here. And I'll walk you through what we're attempting to do. This is going to, of course, look absolutely ridiculous here in the beginning. But, you know, that's the funny thing, too, when you're studying anatomy and you start drawing and you want to elevate your artwork as well, and because you want more dynamic poses and stuff, the body looks so weird. I mean, we're just used to us being able to do things like that, but trying to draw somebody like this is not that we're drawing Cara Dune like this, but you know what I'm saying? All right, so... All right, we're just going to get our little sketch out to figure this out. And then I'm going to tell you why we're doing what we're... You're going to be there? Excellent. Let's see. Let's get the arms going here. So she's got like the arm here. Now, I'm not using Cara Dune as a reference. I'm using... Well, you know what? Let me see if you guys can guess who I'm using here in a second. I am using a female, and it is part of pop culture, but it's more in the video game era. But they are making a movie about this video game. Okay. And then there's this other arm. So then we have, all right. So then something like, and we're just borrowing her iconic stance. I might have to shrinky dink here. I've never done a pose like this before, so bear with me. She's got... We're modifying right now. So again, for if those who are just popping in here, I can do pretty good at it. Like, not gonna lie, I've come a long way. Okay, but all art looks like this when you first start out. You know, pretty much. I mean, some obviously are more rendered than others, but like this is the process to get to know your character and where everything needs to be. Excuse me. And so the character that I have chosen, anybody? Can you figure it out? Anybody? No, just me? We are using Chun-Li as our reference. I was trying to figure out. So because Cara Dune, we all know Gina Carano, hashtag, former MMA superstar. She incorporated a lot of her training into the character. And so I was trying to look around, I saw a lot of poses with guns and everything like that, which was super cool. But like a big part of Cara Dune's character, the fact that she was just this amazing fighter. And so I wanted to showcase that more than the gun, because I did the gun last year. But, and by the way, we have our special guest here who will help me take over the chat, because that way I can draw, so she can get off my case. It's Maria. Hang on, Maria. I got to get the different. There we go. I think that's the.
What's up, everybody?
There we
What
go.
am I doing on your kid? I am helping you to be, to get things done.
You are. Yeah, it's true. Oh, by the way, Cole Hazard for 2 says some G.I. Joe characters would be cool. Well, you're just asking the world of me, Cole Hauser.
Let's connect. Let's see here. I'm going to
I'll
connect
see.
my thingy here. Yes, continue.
I don't see the ponytail. Well, I'm using her body as a reference. I'm not actually making.
Okay.
I'm not actually making Chun-Li. I'm just using her body as a reference.
Oh, Chun-Li. Awesome.
Well, we're doing Cara Dune today, but I'm using Chun-Li's kick pose because Cara Dune did kick people in the show, and because again of Gina's MMA background, I figured it was appropriate.
Very appropriate. So sorry about the camera issues. It's just that
no.
What?
Ooh, Fantastic says the thief has arrived. Is there a story I need to know?
No. You don't need to know.
Spill the tea, Fantastic.
Dude, hey, Fantastic. I thought you were my friend, man. He's like, no, apparently not. Okay,
Gina Carano and Jun. Is it not Chun-Li or
no? It's Chun-Li.
Chun-Li.
It's
that's what I.
H-U-N, yeah.
Gina Carano and Chun-Li have similar body types. Well, I mean, they both have
amazing bodies. Apart from that,
massively gorgeous legs. Okay, just saying. Like I seen it. I witnessed. Well, not Chun-Li's, but
I am. Yeah. Well, Chun-Li is like, what was it? The first babe. Sorry, the first babe of like fighting combat thingies.
So
that
I've told this story before, but the Patrick might be new around here. But one of my first when I had the opportunity to work for Gina at one point at a convention. Long story, and I did because I'm awkward. I give awkward compliments, but it's from the heart. Okay, and I told Gina that she had the legs of a horse, and she just kind of looked at me and smiled, and she's like, "Oh," and I was like, "It's a compliment." It's really bad when you have to clarify that something's a compliment. I'm like, no, it's a compliment. I'm like, horses have like. I told her, I said the first time that we watched, I was with my mom and my brother. I think it was the first time that we watched the Mandalorian and her character came on. I told her, I said, my mom had this thing for legs, like leg appreciation.
Nice,
right. She was like Baryshnikov. If anybody knows who Baryshnikov is, famous. He's gone now. I don't believe he's with us anymore. But famous Russian ballet dancer, one of the best in the world, and she always talking about how great his legs were. And she would always use the compliment, the example or the comparison, I should say, of great legs. And so when Gina came on screen, that was like one of the first things that my mom noticed. She's like, "Oh, she has nice legs," and then I was like, "She does have nice legs, right?"
Okay. That I could get
right. So the bad thing is, like, so a lot of times I have to explain why what I say is a compliment. And so when I told that, and she was like, "Oh," she's like, I that makes sense." I told her, I said, because horses have really beautiful legs, and her being a horse enthusiast as herself, she was like, that makes a lot of sense. She was like, "Thank you." She's like, that's nice, thank you. And I'm like, yeah, leave it to Tabitha to tell a superstar she's got the legs of a horse. Did somebody say massively gorgeous legs? And then Jonas Campbell arrives. Yep, you knew I was talking about you, didn't you? Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
So let's get so you are doing now Gina Carano with the reference of, oh, by the way, I love your sweater. It's nicely crocheted.
Thank you.
That's crochet all the way.
Yeah, granny squares.
Yeah, granny squares.
I didn't make it. No, so I'm using Chun-Li. I have a chibi of Chun-Li is a reference to drawing Cara Dune because for those that don't know, the fan-made, fan-appointed Cara Dune Celebration Day is this Friday, January 30th. So get your hashtags and your fan art and everything ready saying hashtag we love Gina Carano, hashtag we love Cara Dune, because that has been trending every year.
'Tis true.
On January the 30th for the last 5 years. It was a fan-made holiday, if you will, celebration day in the fandom, and her character is the only character that's ever had a fan-made like holiday for a character for that show. And so it's just a constant reminder that Disney lost somebody amazing and that this was a character worth celebrating. Like it just was a great character.
She's amazing.
She helped make the show really successful. And it's always a shame. You know, I don't want to live in the past of, oh, justice for Gina. It's more of like just appreciation for what an awesome character. It's no different than celebrating like Princess Leia, you know, Carrie Fisher. Like it's an amazing character. So it's like a lot of people just want to celebrate that. So that's what we're doing. Where is the party at? Over on Twitter, you can do Instagram, but it typically gets the most traction on Twitter, X. And you can already start now because this already starts pushing people to remember, like literally posting it saying, you know, getting ready to gearing up for January 30th, Cara Dune Day. It's what it's been called. You can actually Google it now and it will tell you that it's a massive fan-made celebration day to honor this character and that you can Google it's there. It's like it's there. And so if you already just be like, hashtag we love Gina. We always do it. We love Gina Carano. We love Cara Dune because it's one of those things where it's justice for Gina, but it's celebration for Cara Dune. So, because she made that character who it was. Like this character came out of nowhere and everybody loved her. So, all right. So we've got a weird jelly bean picture thing going on. Maria, what are you working on?
So, I've been having a little bit of a slump, and what I really want to get good at is dynamic poses of characters. But here's the fun part. I've never really taken like special care of drawing like drawing poses or drawing people. Just like I think everybody else knows on the internet, I haven't ever taken art classes in a sense that I've never done art school. I did pre-art school. I was thinking of going into art, but in the end, you know, life got in the way, and
that's that life.
I know, it sucks, but still, I pushed myself on my own to get better. So my goal is to get better at human figures, actually. So. And I was talking to you about this, Tabitha. I've gotten to a point where I'm a really good copyist, in a sense that I can get a picture, and if I'm really inspired, that picture is almost the perfect.
You do great. Yeah.
So, and that's all well and good, but I've gotten to the point where it's like it's not enough anymore for me. I want to create my own poses. I want to be able to grab a reference like this that I have here on my iPad, thanks to Pinterest, and be able to draw this character with clothes and perhaps maybe say, I don't know, I'm going to do Rogue in this character, in this pose. I want to do Gambit in this pose. Those are my two favorite.
So kind of like what I'm doing, where it's like this is a Chun-Li character, but I'm going to transform her into Cara Dune.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm also trying to push to have my own voice.
Yes.
And like you said, it's like, can people find out that this is me? Like, oh, this is Maria's job. This is Maria's work here. I've been trying out different mediums, but it's it's not getting there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to, and I've been on a bit of a slump, so I haven't been able to draw much. And I need to get out of that.
Yeah. Oh, I understand that. Yeah, it can be
So
It can be what if feels like a daunting task. I don't know when you sketch, like do you do kind of like what I'm doing right now, like the ugly drawings?
actually, no. I go
Aha.
direct. Yes, I go direct. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I really don't trust the process.
Uh-huh.
Even though,
Yeah. Trust, well, as they say, trust is earned, okay?
yeah.
And so you and trust also requires vulnerability.
Mm,
And because none of us like looking imperfect, especially if we have taken to the internet the way that you and I have and so many
yes.
others, where we're taking people along with our artistic
Yes.
journey. And hello there, AMMAR
Oh,
26H.
JM.
No. Well,
Oh,
there's
sorry,
Jake
the other one.
Elite fan. Yes, good morning to you. And then over on the Kick, there's somebody else. Yes, we are drawing. I don't know why, but Kick constantly changes the thing from
Yes.
digital art to just
Yes.
shredding.
Yes, it's true.
Why?
I always have a what is it? The game golfing with friends. Always.
Yeah, it always
And I'm
changes it.
and it always changes. I'm like go back. It's like I'm not golfing with friends.
Hang on, I gotta get rid of
I'm
this.
I'm drawing. So,
But yeah, so it's it's a lot of it is the vulnerability, and artists, we have sensitive egos. We do because we put our heart and soul into these things, and we don't want to be judged. And the other thing is too, a lot of people don't understand the process. So like you could look at this and be like, this sucks. What are you talking about? It's like, well, but I have to start off with the foundation. I can't just willy-nilly go in there and draw the most amazing, if I were to show you my Transformers pictures that I started drawing, that was atrocious. They were awful. I didn't know what I was doing. And so there are certain projects where if I have a lot of self-doubt, that I'm not going to showcase that. Because I don't need other people's criticism for something that I'm already nervous trying to draw. But things that I'm a lot more familiar with, like with chibis, like, I mean, right now I don't really know what I'm doing, but I can figure it out. Plus I've been doing this long enough where I kind of got out of that thing where it's just like people, no offense, but people are stupid and or people are ignorant. There is a difference. There are some people that are just stupid and come into the chat and just critique because they're hateful. And then there are people that come into the chat and they critique because they are ignorant. They don't understand. And there's a big difference there. And so learning to trust the process, learning to ignore critique from people who don't even have a clue what the difference is between Azure and Navy is. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, you got a new member.
Cole Hauser has become a new member.
Congrats.
Cole Hauser, I don't
Congrats.
think I have an appropriate video for that. We're working on
Well,
some
you can always use mine.
That one's for $2, and we've already used that one.
Cheap. Why'd you put it so cheap, man? Girl.
What?
Dude.
Hey, B, you know what? People would love to have this face on here for $2. So they're gonna try to take these. Are you trying to say Cole Hauser's membership is you know what? This is Maria right now, Cole Hauser, at your generosity.
Not impressed by your performance.
Yeah, she's like, do better, Cole Hauser. She's just
What?
like,
No.
do better.
No,
Wow.
I
thought,
congratulated.
from one Canadian to another, you would figure there'd be a little more, love and respect, but clearly not. Cole Hauser.
Hail, Canadians.
No, thank you, Cole Hauser.
Oh.
If you become a member, you get access to behind the scenes membership stuff, coloring pages. The Chopper coloring page is going to be coming out. I think I'm going to try to do a tutorial along with that to show you how you can color this to make it look amazing.
Nice.
And just give you some pointers, some tips, some tricks. And then we've got the latte art video coming out here in next week. And my attempt at latte art, you guys are gonna, I'm not gonna spoil what I attempted to do, but I think you're gonna,
I will ready unsub and leave. Hey.
Yeah, there it is. I was raised by ignorant people. Don't hate. We all is ignorant people at some point, Jonas. Some is
Facts.
more ignorant than others.
Facts. Facts.
But yeah, no, learning to trust the process, learning to fail in front of other people. Have you ever heard of learn to fail faster, Maria?
No. I have not.
Okay. So that is something that I recently learned. It was last year or sometime. And I'll make sure I send you the videos that I found for that. But one of them really,
good.
really was good. Learn to fail faster. That might sound counterproductive, but it's not.
Okay.
So what it means to fail faster. By the way, Real Stephen TV. Good morning. Wow.
Oh!
Wow. Morning, Maria.
Morning.
And Tabitha. Wow.
Good morning.
Get
Real
that man
Steven
out of here.
TV.
Get that man out
Thank you.
of here. So what it means to fail faster is just learning from your mistakes faster. So just draw. And then you look at it and you're like, well, what's wrong with this? What do I not like about this? And then recognize what could be changed. Draw it again. And you'll see the improvement. But you need to learn to fail faster, because the faster you learn what does not work, the better your art will be.
Fair.
So that was something that helped me too. The other thing is, the mindset of like failure doesn't necessarily mean failure. It's just maybe a lack of execution. Failure, we're fast and loose with the term failure, right?
Yeah.
It depends on who you're talking to and whatnot. But yeah, learning to fail faster has definitely helped in my artistry. I used to be the type of person where it's like, I just want to be special and unique and be able to draw my stuff immediately. Right.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like all
Sure.
artists have this ego trip in the beginning
Sure
of their
can.
journey where it's like, I want to be a prodigy. I want to be special.
You want to be Mozart.
And then
was a
you
prodigy.
realize,
It's not. Yeah. It's actually hard work.
Exactly.
Oh,
Hang on,
I
somebody
didn't
sent
think
me-
so. It's like, oh, that wasn't in my plans.
Yes, exactly. And you have to learn. That's the other thing too. Part of the failure is letting go of your ego. People don't think about it this way because they're not artists themselves. Artists do tend to have a very big ego. And just because we put our heart and soul into something, and obviously with youthful endeavors, as a young person, you just always kind of feel like you're special. That's part of the process. That's just life. Doesn't have to be an artist for that. But you're just like, why is my stuff? I think my stuff's so good. But then somebody with more experience will come along and say, well, it's a great start. That's the worst thing you want to hear.
Ouch.
Well, that's a great start, but did you know that you have to learn like in the ways of Master Yoda, you have to unlearn what you have learned, because what you may have learned was either, especially for us who are self-taught, but I think even formally educated people, because there is a chip on formally educated shoulders typically, where it's like, I went to art school, I know all this stuff. It's like, yeah, but you just because it works for you doesn't mean it works for other people, whatever the case might be. There are fundamentals that should be learned all across the board. And self-taught artists, that's where we struggle, I think, because we didn't take a class. That's why the hate for art colleges, I don't agree with. I'm not on board with 100%.
Yeah, I'm not on board with that either.
I wish that I had at least 2 semesters of the fundamentals of art.
Likewise.
That is value information. The problem with art colleges and stuff like that is that they do build your ego at the same time while tearing it down, but all they do and that makes sense, but like all they do is teach you art. They don't teach you how to sell your art, how to be successful as an artist, all this kind of stuff. They don't do that. And so that's like the missing ingredient is the business model in art that should be there, because yes, we create art for our soul because it's our passion. It's who we are. We can't help it. Like we can't help but create stuff.
That is true.
But if you want to make a living on it, like it's almost like they make an institute. There were the college programs for hobbyists. Okay. Art can be a great hobby, but there are people that want to take it to the level of
I want to live off
occupation.
of it.
Yeah. And so that should be, if it is required to take if you're a business major and it's a requirement to take an elective like pottery or something, then it should be mandatory that for a hobby like art studies, that there should be an elective of business or something like this along with it.
So you
it only
reminded
makes sense.
You reminded me of so I used to like do mentoring for high school students at one point in my life. And it was really nice to talk to the kids and have their aspirations. There was this one girl who was really into like fashion, and she had a really great taste for fashion, very classy and stuff like that. But her parents were like, no, you got to study business. So you got to like fashion's not going to give it to her. So I'm like, listen, how about you do this? Like take business administration because that's going to give you fundamentals, and then immediately after, it's going to take you 5 years, it's going to take you a little bit longer, but immediately after, go into fashion school. Like go into it because you already have the business mindset to be able to put out your own business. And I recommend, and I highly recommend, I insist that you go and you do your thing because you have a great sense of fashion. You can do so much good out there in the world. You can give beauty, where right now it's like kind of deteriorating, especially in the world of fashion. I have zero sense of fashion, which yeah, like my mother has a great sense of fashion, which it's like it did not pass on to me. I can only get so much from my mother. She's special. So that's the thing.
Here.
So it's like, and I was like pushing her, and she's like, but it's like business. And I'm like, yeah, business is going to give you the mindset and the tools to be able to create your own fashion brand. It's like, this is a great opportunity. And she went in later on. I don't know what happened, what decisions she made. And she's like, but I'm afraid of failing. I was like, don't worry about failure.
Yeah.
It's like, this will give you a basis, like a foundation, and then you can build your own thing. Be patient.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing too, where it's like, I'm afraid of failure. It's like, well, then get, I've had to learn this. It's like, then get the education so you don't fail.
Yeah.
Learn how to not fail. Learn to fail faster. It's kind of, like I said, it sounds counterproductive, but it's like, learn to fail faster. So for me, even when it comes to YouTube, I have failed in many ways as far as certain things go. And I've had to have people explain to me how things work. And my choice is then set before me. Do I continue in the methods and the ways that I've been doing things? Or do I learn that what I am doing is not working and take the advice of somebody else? So here go, fail faster, where it's like, okay, I failed at this, move on to the next thing, figure this out. The other thing is then always learning that you could pick yourself up later on and then, educate yourself. Like, I was the type of person, I've shared this story before, where I'm not good at math, as many many artists
are.
Yeah, many artists aren't, right? It's a weird
right there.
trope, if you will. But I would let that be a crutch to tell me that I couldn't do math, right? And it doesn't come easy to me, but that doesn't mean that I can't.
Yeah.
So I have the example that I tell people: I dropped out of school. And then I didn't go, but it always haunted me because I wanted to be able to complete that. I hate failing. I do. And it was just always like this looming demon in the back of my mind of, you failed, you dropped out, you're an embarrassment, you're a loser because you can't do math. And so I manned up and I signed myself up for college classes to finish my education. And I took my math classes, and it was so hard, so difficult because I didn't like it. I was afraid of it. And it was just so difficult for me because number comprehension is very difficult for me. It does not come easily to me, as it does for some people. And that's another reason why I thought I was stupid and why I dropped out of school. I'm like, well, if it's so difficult for me, but it's easy for other people, like everybody else seems to have an easier time with it, there must be something wrong with me. So that was a terrible mindset to have anyway. But anyway, I studied, I worked my butt off. I literally blood, sweat, and tears, not even an exaggeration. And 8 to 9 hours of studying the day before my final test. And it was broken up into two sections where the teacher, because, education system is broken and nobody really cares, and there's no faith in society. She broke the math test up into two parts, where the first part, we had to do it by ourselves. And if we did well on that, then the second part, because she actually would prejudge or pre-score stuff.
Oh, that's
but we only got one chance. And then the next portion, we were allowed to retrieve our calculators and
Mm-hmm.
then do it. I chose not to retrieve my calculator, and I did the entire test with just using my mind, God forbid, just using my mind. And I went and I took my paper up to the teacher. And this is a sad story here where I was like, I'm done. And she's like, don't you want to use your calculator to check? What a slap in the face. But I get it. I mean,
Ouch.
I get it. But it's like, again, how sad it is that we have so little faith in people actually trying. I didn't. I mean, that kind of, it did hit me a little bit where I was like, maybe I should go back, but I didn't. I went back and rechecked everything myself
Mhm.
based on the notes that I had. And I took that paper up. There was like, no, I want to see if I learned this. Took that paper up and it got Maria. Oh, I might cry. I got 100% on that.
Nice.
I didn't get a single answer incorrect. And that was a huge turning point in my life that told me I was 27. I was 27 when I finished my math, the math that was holding me down,
Oh, wow.
And it just showed me just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible.
Yeah.
And what you tell yourself is just as
Yeah.
important what you don't tell yourself.
Mhm.
And just because you're not good at business, just because you're not good at math as an artist, doesn't mean you can't learn. It just means it won't be fun.
Yeah. It's true.
And it's not something that you're interested in.
Yep.
Speaking of people who are not fun and interesting, it's Nomi without you. I'm just kidding.
Nomi, what's up?
Hi.
You caught us in the middle of a moment here. By the way,
Yeah.
Spire
I did.
Limited member for 6 months says our greatest teacher in life is mistakes and failures. And DL for $1.99 says I don't care who you are, winner sucks. So they're going to try to take these.
I feel so cheap. Too much.
Well, if you held yourself to a higher standard, maybe you wouldn't. Feel
Wait,
like
what? That was brutal. That was savage.
I mean, you're the one that said I feel so cheap. So, yeah. Cole Hauser says I took business administration. Now I have my own company. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See? You see, that's the thing. So here's the thing, Cole Hauser. I suck at selling my art, especially when it comes to my friends or family. So,
oh no, I can sell other people's stuff. I can't sell mine.
no, I can sell other people's stuff as well, but like my art, it's like, okay, so how much is for this? And I'm like, and then when my family comes in, like a cousin or like a relative, she's like, oh, listen, I need this. Can you make this for me? How much do you want it? And I'm like, your family, I can't charge you. And they pay like a fraction of what I would charge like a complete stranger, because it's like I feel guilty. And it's like, I know it's wrong because everybody in my family even says like it's wrong, but I can't. It's like,
right.
It's like,
yeah, no, that's also something that's super important. Is somebody's definitely helped me learn there is a very big gap between friends or friends and family and business.
And business, I know.
And having to learn, and once you kind of go and dig into that gap, it comes a little bit easier. And sometimes you just have to train yourself. You have to just be stern with yourself and say, no, I am going to charge. I am going to charge. And then let the chipmunks fall where they will. They will. I know. The other thing is too, is like a lot of times the emotion gets in there where it's like, well, but what if I lose a client?
Yeah.
What if
that's another thing? Yeah.
What if I
Well,
don't?
here's the
What
thing.
if they say no and they don't want it?
Well, if you lose that client, even though you've already established like, hey, this is the form of payment, and they decide to walk away because they're not getting your services for free, they've never had the good intentions for you in the beginning. They never believed in you.
Fair enough.
But when you're starting out as an artist, you just want every business opportunity possible, and you just want to be able to sell your art because it's like, oh, somebody wanted my stuff, not realizing that you're devaluing yourself by doing that. And I think most every artist was there even when I started my own photography business for a while, I was like one of the cheapest photographers around. And I was like, well, I do it for the love of the art, but it's nice to be paid. And it's like, what a mistake, education, programs, time, the camera, all that stuff's expensive.
Software.
Tabitha got to get paid. Leonard needs to get paid.
No.
Collider says, I get family and all the time that wants, wait. I get family all the time that wants a deal. There is so much I
Yes,
can. I have employees that I have to, yeah, exactly.
it's
And,
true.
when, and there's nothing wrong with cutting deals and doing the things here and there, but you have to have the wits about you to know that you're establishing also a pattern.
Yeah, it's
Like
true.
if people know that they can whittle you down, then there's no respect there for you as a professional either. And Jonah says if you charge, maybe they won't ask.
It's true. No, but they know that I charge. They know that I charge. It's just that.
But if
it's
they
like,
know that you
what
won't
if I-
hold the line,
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, fantastic. I a little more would have been nice, but beggars can't be choosers. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, fantastic is all right. I'll say it without sarcasm. Fantastic's a pretty all right person.
oh, a pretty all right person.
Pretty all right. Pretty all right.
Okay.
Kevin Tino says, one thing from my art college experience I could have experienced less of was the funk from a hairy bohemian woman.
Model.
In model drawing portion of one of the drawing classes, not to mention the room had well, we can't all, and some of us don't, as Eeyore would say. It's
Okay.
just
So here's where the fun begins. So this is, I don't know what happened. How do you do this? But you get your sketch ready. As I can see that you have advanced a little bit. Good job.
Wow.
Yeah. See, that's a good thing. See.
Wow.
So I want to create.
Get a load of this kid. Okay.
I want to create. Hey, Larry gave you $50 for steak. No.
Oh, Maria, have you seen it? You ain't ready.
No,
Maria?
I need it. I need some steak.
You ain't ready, okay?
All right.
All right, prayers up, everybody.
You, Lord, for steak on my table. Glory to your name for every bite so flavor. Seasoned with mercy, grilled by your favor. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for steak. Oh, blessed be your name. Oh, blessed be your flame, sizzling joy, in every mouthful. Thank you, Lord, for steak. Oh, blessed be your name.
Oh man,
I
you
tell
got me drooling.
You ain't ready.
Oh,
Now I have a hankering for steak and eggs.
I want steak. Oh, steak and eggs.
Ooh, I haven't had that in a long
I haven't
time.
had that in a long time either.
Thank you, Larry,
Oh.
for making us all number one.
Drool.
Thankful to
Yeah.
God for. Well, okay, all right. Priorities, Maria. Thankful to God for
It's
steak.
true.
Okay,
It's
all
true.
right.
It's true.
And
It's
then
true.
thank you for making us drool. And you know what? I actually took steak out for dinner, so Tabitha is gonna get some steak. Yes, she is.
Yes.
All right, I'm typing in angry anime girl eyes, so
Okay.
I need her under reference here.
So here's okay. So I've
All right,
gotten
what
to
were you
the point-
saying? Yeah.
Okay, yes. So I've gotten to a sketch. So this is where my reference ends and where the
Mhm.
creativity comes in. So I
Okay.
would love to create like a gambit, holding a card here, with everything, like his coat, his things. But this is where it all messes up. You
Okay.
know?
So
Ah.
I'll tell you what you do. Or is that a pen or a
No,
pencil?
it's a pencil.
Mechanical pencil.
Mechanical
Do you happen to have
Mm.
a blue pencil?
A blue
Eraser-
pencil?
A blue eraser
No,
pencil.
I don't. Okay, I'll put it. Hang on a second. I'll put it on my list to get things from the art store.
Do you put it on your wish list, girl?
Okay. All right. I have a confession to make.
Yes.
I have put my wish list on private.
Oh, you're tired of free stuff? Wow. What a
it was-
Canadian thing to do.
No, stop. Okay, here's the thing. So I got
Sorry.
people have been so generous these past few months. The entire of last year,
Mhm.
my it has been people have been so generous from the beginning of the year all the way
Yes.
through that it has been overwhelming. I felt like, oh my gosh, I can't. I got to stop for a while because it's like, okay. But I will put it on my wish list, and also to keep it so that I know where to get it.
Okay.
But yes,
Okay.
all right.
Blue pencils. I
Blue
forget
pencil.
I
Okay.
forget which company they are. So even though I'm doing digital,
Yeah.
that's what I've started doing here. I don't know
With
if you've
blue.
catched some of my
Yes.
art streams, but I'll do blue. And you see how loose everything is.
Yes. Yes.
Like it's kind of ugly, but you know where things are.
Yeah.
Things are not perfect. So I'm going to keep messing around with this with the blue, kind of start cleaning things up. Then what I do, and I know it's digital, but I create a new layer. Now, I've
Yes.
done this also with regular medium as
Okay.
well, is that I'll get a different colored pencil, either just typically I don't have a red one, but they do make them. Where there's a red pencil, but you can use a, whatever, but for people, obviously for streaming purposes too. And then that's when I will go in and I'll do cleaner artwork, over top of everything before I do my inking process.
Okay.
So I remember thinking I was too good for this process even before I had digital.
Okay.
But it makes life so much easier. So the thing, what I'm kind of understanding from you at this point, tell me if I'm wrong, is that you're trying to make sure that this is perfect
From the beginning.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So here and I understand that, and I think I told you where my brother had the same issues where what I learned in college was gesture. I did take one drawing class in college, gesture drawing. And so that's essentially what I have been doing. But one of the lessons was, I remember, so do you have a scrap here, we're just going to do a little quick side quest. Do you have an extra piece of paper? Okay. Turn. Okay. So draw a coffee pot without a reference.
A coffee pot.
Draw,
okay.
but don't be doing like this. You like so you could if you wanted to, but like what our teacher specifically told us that was super helpful was do it more like this. Do little short bursts.
Okay.
Do little short bursts of whatever your coffee. Now right now it looks like I'm drawing a heffalump, but it's fine.
That's fine.
Just do a little short burst of a coffee pot. I'll do it along with you. Nomi, are you okay? I know we're doing artwork here. It's so boring.
What?
And no, it's like I keep going mute in case like a coworker comes in and it's like, hey, and I don't want them to make a guest appearance on the Dreaming Tabitha show.
Yeah, they weren't invited. So no, I appreciate that. Glad you're here. Hope you're doing all right.
No, I'm doing good. Yeah.
I was gonna say how you were doing, Nomi. We were chatting together and I forgot to ask you. Sorry.
Yeah, well, Maria, she's kind of
it's always ripping on Canadians Day.
Oh yes.
Always. So it's like I'm already used to it. It's like, oh yeah.
Hey, we granted Maria the title of honorary American. You know what she did? She was unappreciative. She was like,
what?
Okay.
No.
As if it's not a big deal. We don't just give that to anybody. Okay. All right.
And once you give it, you can't take it away. So sorry.
That's not true. We kick you out as fast as we want.
I did offer to give you a green card, but you're like, no, it's
okay. That's true. And Maria said, no, thank you. Oh, I love the fact that Maria went like for a French press or something.
No, this is Italian. This is full on Italian.
Okay.
I did live in Rome for a couple of years. So
you're finessing your drawing.
There.
We're not okay. So and I don't even say that to be like sounding scolding, but for real, you're taking too long to draw the basics.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
All
so
right.
now what you do, like
Yes.
you do you see I'm not gonna look at it. Do you see what's wrong with your picture?
It's not proportionate.
Okay. So don't erase anything.
Okay.
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 And everything with light touch.
Okay.
Go in and fix some of the things that are wrong over top of what you've already drawn.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm going to do the same thing, although I wouldn't mind having a coffee pot that looks like this, but obviously my proportions are incorrect as well. So you just kind of go back in over top. This is where you would kind of change the color. You don't have to all the time. You figure out when you wish to change colors when you do have that opportunity.
All right.
here we go. Maybe a little bit nicer. Let's see. And see, I think I need to go in like that. This is quite legitimately how the pros will do this.
All right, I have a tendency to erase. So
right, well, I understand that, and you kind of have to retrain your brain. That's not to say that erasing is wrong, but it is actually not as helpful as you think it is in this phase.
Okay.
I'll let you know when. Now, again, like you'll develop this sense as you go along, but I'll let you know, quote unquote, when is the right time to start erasing.
Okay.
For your benefit, rather than out of habit. Here we go. So we went from Cara Dune to tea kettles. Welcome to the brush hour. Anything can happen Monday, but we're trying to help a sister out, okay? So that she can do her own Cara Dune drawings.
Ooh. I have so many things planned.
Oh,
it's like look, Street Fighter's coming out this year.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
already doing Street Fighter. Mortal Kombat's coming out this year. I didn't do any Mortal Kombat sketch cards. I'd love to do some Mortal Kombat sketch.
I'm so disappointed.
I know.
Right.
I have to do better. That I accept. It's like I have to do better.
Yes. Don't we know?
And then what else is coming
I know.
out?
We're a trip. What can you do?
You love us, man. What can you say? It's like
Nomi. Nomi offered her hand in marriage, and Maria was like, "I don't live that kind of life." So, but beggars can't be choosers. You want to come here or not? Nomi was ready and available.
There's a saying, fake it until you make it. I'm trying to make Maria make it, but she didn't want to play the game.
I didn't want to fake it.
She didn't want to be, a fake lesbian couple just for a green card. And that's fine. Everybody has their principle, but you can't say Nomi didn't offer. So
yeah, don't say I didn't do anything for my friends.
Yes.
This was the ultimate offer in a friendship that I could think of. And Nomi was like, or Maria's like, I'm good.
I was very moved. I was very moved, by the way. It's like, I was like, oh my gosh, she cares for me so much to that point. I'm like, that's very nice of you, but I just,
yes.
She's like, but I prefer my snow.
It's like, oh, 2 feet of snow. I have to shovel this morning at 6 a.m. in the morning until 6:20 to get to actually be able to have like my door and my walkway free of snow. 2 feet of snow.
Do you know who is not shoveling 2 feet of snow? No.
You.
Yep, yeah. Me, because I'm in the tip of Texas.
Right. So I'm just saying, Maria, think about it. So, well, I would because we have sidetracked, which I'm okay with from drawing. I will say that I think that if you look at this character, you could kind of understand that it looks like Cara Dune a little bit. But
I was going to say before you go into your sidetrack, as much as I would love to hang out with the girls, I just got notified I am called for something.
You have been summoned?
Seen the signal in the sky. It is time for Army to
I know. I was like,
invade.
wait, hold on. I still got like 45 minutes. They're like, nope, we need you now. I was like, okay. So I must bid you girlies adieu.
Well, thanks for popping in.
Bye.
Yeah. Yes. Bye. If I have another free time tomorrow, I will give you the what's up.
Loud and clear.
Noise.
Roger.
All right, girlies. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Nomi.
Bye, Narmi. Let's see. Let me get the right one. Here we go. So that's really cool with character design too. I don't know if you know this, Maria, but one of the staples of the character designs when it came, at least to the original Star Wars character, was silhouettes. George Lucas had this thing for strong, understandable silhouettes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like when you look at all the iconic characters like Carrie Fish, Princess Leia, even Han Solo, the way he stood, as simple as his outfit was, Boba Fett and all this kind of stuff. Silhouette was super important. And I think it's really interesting, like even with Cara Dune's hair type, it's not really a silhouette, but like it's a very simple but standout situation. Now back to our tea kettle.
I was
No,
gonna.
Nope. You got to learn the lesson first. So
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
say that because of Maria, this is the best we're going to get today for Cara Dune, and I'm actually okay with that because it's a pretty good. It still needs some work, but this is where I'm teaching you at the moment that will help you get to situations right here. Okay.
Okay.
So,
All
tea
right.
kettle,
Tea kettle.
teapot.
Teapot.
All right. So did you erase already?
No.
Okay, good. All right.
I
So
think.
do
I
you
think I
you
don't.
okay, you kind of like what you're seeing, right? Do you
Yes.
still see some erroneous things?
Probably, but
Okay.
right
No
now,
problem.
right now I can't see it. Probably later
Okay.
on when I leave it and then come back, I will.
Which is valid. So in the quick method here. So then now what I'm going to do is take my eraser and I'm going to erase the parts that I first started out with that don't serve.
Okay.
I know this is where Maria gets really, really happy. Like, I can erase. Yay!
I can make it pretty.
Here we go. So you don't have to erase everything because this is not the final drawing, but at least get rid of the stuff that basically distracts you
Okay.
from, the rest of it. I'm not going to make it like a perfect, clean, erased whatever, because you'll see there's going to be some
My
others.
my art students would have said, "Okay, I'll erase everything."
Yeah, no.
Right now there's a trend. I don't know if it's a thing right now or if it's always been, but everything is horrible, everything is terrible, everything is like, and I'm like,
Just-
can we like leave the negativity outside
Yes, especially around
the
the holidays
door?
too. I was so over it. I'm like, everybody seems to hate the holidays, and it's like, okay, we got to work on that.
Yeah.
We got to work on that. All right. So this is not, it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, Maria. I know it just get rid of the distractions. Okay.
All right, I got rid of the distractions.
Okay. There we go. We're just going to get rid of the distractions. All right. Now I normally do this in blue. Okay. But now it's like, okay, I like this. And you know what? It's kind of stylized, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of cute. It is giving Heffalump vibes here. And I kind of like
I feel
that.
like Mrs. Potts.
Yeah, I think it's like a mixture here.
Yeah.
And so then I won't do because I'm digital. So if you were digitally, you would draw another layer. Right?
Go ahead.
But
Go ahead,
even in the real world, this is where your different color pencils would come from. So I'll just switch over to blue. I'm doing the reverse of what I normally would.
Okay.
Which is going to totally throw me off. Actually, you know what?
Why don't you just change the color?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to cheat the system here. So we're just going to do this, and then because that's the other thing too. Once you have a method of an exercise that goes, when you mess something up, you're like,
it's true.
I don't know. So now what I will do is go in with this other color and I will clean up what I don't like. Like I noticed the nose might be a little whatever. I'll probably make this a little smaller.
Okay.
Just make it a little cleaner. I still kind of go a little bit loose with this. I personally do really well, much better, I should say, with the loose stuff. But that's when you go in, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It can still be kind of in the gesture drawing vibe where it's like short little bursts like this.
Mm-hmm.
But this is now more refined where it's like, I want it to look like this. I'm going to change it just slightly, but overall I'm very happy with it. So I'll make slight adjustments here and there. Okay. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the brush hour. You see it. We are brushing. We are doing art.
We're live.
We are live.
We switched over from Cara Dune to Cara Potts. Cara Potts. But hey, I am more than happy to stop and pause and help a fellow artist out. Because, it's Motivation Monday. You guys can learn from this as well.
Oh, that's true. Those are facts.
Okay. So if I got rid of now, if I get rid of the layer underneath, I'll see what I have left. And it's like, I could make some more adjustments. And this is just, I see that one side is more bowed than the other, whatever. It's fine. This is just for the illustrations, sake. But then it's like, oh, I like this. In the digital world, I would then make another layer. Now in the tangible world, a lot of times you'll ink over it and then erase the line work underneath.
This is what I'm doing actually. I'm kind of going over with some nice solid lines.
I'm going to pick a dark color here, and then I will go to my syrup, which is the type. Let's see.
Syrup.
That's what it's called. So for those
Wow.
that might want to know, what are Tabitha's go-to brushes when she's coloring? So I always start off with peppermint. It automatically comes in Procreate. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of markers and whatever. So I start off with sketching in peppermint. That's where I do all my sketches because it's the most pencil-like that you get, which is nice. And then I ink everything in syrup.
Okay.
So let me just
Very
showcase.
nice.
So this is what peppermint looks like. And then this is what syrup looks like. What I really like about syrup is the fact that the line work, like you can see it tapers off.
Yeah.
It can get
Yeah.
thin. It can get big depending on how much pressure you use. So it looks a little bit more realistic. I do, when I offer for my commission pieces, I do offer different line work options like ink bleed for the little bit rougher look. But for my own personal work right now, that's what I stick with. You should draw a microwave with that kettle and send it to Az.
And send it to who?
Oh my goodness. Heels versus Babyface.
To Az.
Because Americans, we use the microwave. I'll be honest, I have a kettle. Okay, I have a proper tea kettle with like the filters for tea.
Nice. Very nice.
But I mean, haste makes waste sometimes. So
and sarcastic needs more swishy thingies. Now, swishy thingies, the thing is that the swishy thingies are only for example, this will definitely have swishy thingies. This one here definitely will have swishy thingies. But a tea kettle, like a coffee pot. Why would
so this is also then, well, your tea kettle could have swishy things because it makes it look a little bit stylized depending on the style you're going for. So now I'm going to ink over it, and I'm not going to be too, with this, I'm even going to let it be a little unrefined just because I do choose to do that. But I also, because that helps with it being a little bit freer with it. We tend to, as artists, we're like, everything's got to be perfect. It's like, it also depends on why does it need to be perfect? It also depends on what all you're including in your artwork. If you're going to put it's a background character, is it a background piece? How much attention do you really need to give this piece for it to shine? And so then we started off, we got rid of a lot of the sketch work, but we started off with this really rough heffalump thing. And then we progressed a little bit refinement, and then we clean it up with that. And so now when you look at it, it's like, this is a tea kettle.
Oh, it's so cute.
And then, you can eventually then go in and, like
the shading.
What color would
By the way, word of the wise for everybody: do not buy 2B pencil for your mechanical pencil. It's a really nice, but at the same time, it's really smudgy.
Is it?
Yeah, 2B. I love B pencils because they tend to like this. All I have to do is just use my blending stump, and I already have like a nice smudge.
We do like a blending stump.
Oh, I love my blending stumps. But at the same time, if you're sketching, it's very inconvenient.
And this, really the stylized coloring thing too. It just depends, like, even doing like rough like this, and a lot of people don't like that, and it's not always my style necessarily. Like this automatically gives you like this sheen, and people know what it is. And when you zoom out, you're like, oh my goodness, look at that. Look how refined. Look how amazing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You get a little closer and it is what it is. But I love that I'm drawing Cara Dune and there's just this tea kettle hovering. So Maria, what I would love for you to do is that since you're such a great copyist, as you say.
Yes.
The picture that you've already drawn.
Yes.
Try to draw it again.
What, this one?
No, the body.
Oh, the body?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Try to draw it again and use just that reference as your reference. And try and use the same tactics that we did here. You don't have to have a bunch of colors to get the process done if you can remember which line is what when it comes to refinement. But highly recommend try drawing that character again looser.
Okay.
looser, just like this. Like I said, all the body
Okay.
proportions aren't correct in this, right? But I just need what you start off with is you just need the idea of what it could look like.
Okay.
And then your brain will fill in the gaps to tell you, well, this isn't right.
Okay.
This shouldn't look like that. And sometimes it's wrong in the accuracy, but sometimes when it comes to especially dynamic poses and especially to cartoons,
Yeah.
wrong makes sense because it's exaggerated,
Okay.
right? So in our artistic world, accuracy is not always necessity.
That's hard. That's a hard lesson to learn, huh?
Yes.
This is a hard lesson to learn.
It is. For example, okay, this is hang on, I gotta specify. Hang on, let me get over here. Let me find so that way there's no dead air. Maria, tell them what you've got going on the rest of the day. Who are you and why are you even here? And all this kind of stuff.
Well, I'm here because Tabitha invited me, actually.
Yeah, that's true. But why did I invite you here?
Because she's my friend and she never roasts me, and
No, never.
she really likes me. Anyway,
Never.
so yes, I am Maria, and I have my own YouTube channel called Art and Tales, unlocking lore, and I can't access my keyboard, so if not, I would put it in the chat. But I do artwork mainly. I game sometimes, but I mainly do artwork and tell stories over on my YouTube channel and on my Kick channel. And today we have a snow day, so
Snow day.
things are canceled. Mainly things are canceled, and I was able to make a live stream. But I usually stream on Thursday evenings, if not any other day that is possible. Saturday afternoons I'm trying to get to. But this Friday, actually, we have something. We have an art party, don't we? Have an art party?
We have an art party.
Woo!
We are. We're having. Where it's going to be a little different, and a little extra special, which it's always special. But we're going to, of course, have a gaggle of different amazing artists join us. But we're going to be interviewing the artist that did The Daughter's Revenge for
nice.
Drunk 3PO, and we thought we'd give Eric a little bit of love and encouragement. And let him talk about his art process while we do some pirate artwork. I know normally we leave it a surprise, but this time around it's going to be slightly different than what we normally do, but still chaotic and fun. And we're going to we might even get the authors on here to kind of talk about the book and everything as well. But I wanted to talk to Eric, a professional artist. He's been on the show before, but we've never really talked to him in this kind of capacity. So I think that would be super fun. So there you go. Now I'm going to show you something. I would like to preface that, don't misunderstand. There is no hate involved when I showcase this art piece. This is an amazing art piece. What we're trying to talk about is the difference between accuracy and the dynamic pose.
Yes.
And how impactful that is.
Okay.
This is a cover copy of Yaira. I know it's kind of small. I don't know if you're able to see this.
That's so cool.
Okay. It's beautiful, right?
That
what do
is
you
sick.
love most about this picture?
Oh, can I say everything?
Yes, you can. You can.
Okay, so
I love the colors. I mean, that's
so first of all, the colors, the pose that she has, it's just alive. For me, it's alive. So
okay. So we have established this is a brilliant piece of tasteful, masterful artwork.
Yes.
Okay. Now I want you to study her anatomy.
Okay. All right. I gotta put this in big.
Yeah, this is the biggest that I can get.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Sorry.
So technically, she has really big hips and really big thighs, like major thighs, under thighs. Her calf of the leg that she's that has up isn't exactly proportionate to what a real calf would be. She has very thin ankles from what I can see. And also her waistline is very stylized for a woman. Now, it could be a bodybuilder. I don't know how bodybuilders work.
Do you notice that you mentioned the calf? Good call out. That between her waist and her hips, it's much longer. Like it's stretched out more than what a woman.
Yeah.
Right. Do you care?
No. It looks great.
It looks great. So
looks great.
this right here is a prime example of how where reality meets the dynamic pose.
Yeah.
In reality, it would still look good if she were proportional.
Yes.
You know, if her leg wasn't twisted, if her hips were up a little bit higher in a
Yes.
realistic pose, it would still
Yes.
look good. But would it be quite as exaggerative and dynamic?
No.
Probably
Definitely
not. Probably this is one of the first things that I noticed when I looked at this picture. And then there was another cover where I noticed that her leg looked much longer. But it just works. Why does it work? Because superheroes and comic books are over the top, exaggerated, beautiful, whatever the case might be. So this is, like I said, this is a perfect example of number one, nobody cares because it looks great. And it works, right?
Yes.
It works. And so that is something that I would like for you to think about when you go into your own personal artwork is like, but does it work? I've looked at some of my art pieces and yes, I try to get them realistic and whatever, but there are some times where it's like, but it just looks better this way. And it's almost like I can't understand why it looks better because it doesn't look real. But it's like there's this fine line between acceptable reality and acceptable exaggeration. So something to take into your art style, if that, because you said you kind of wanted to go into more of this artwork where it is the superheroes and the whatnot, right?
Yes.
So take that in mind. Do you study them or do you just look at them?
I just look at them, but that's the thing. See,
Okay.
that's where I envy the people who went to art college because they had the chance, they had the time to study it and to really put into like time and effort to study the muscles and afterwards being able to dominate that into an extent that they can move those proportions and it still looks good.
That is true. That is true where it's like it is better to understand the fundamentals so then you know how to break the rules.
Yeah.
So then that might be your own challenge. Like so I know I have a slight advantage over that because I do chibis, right?
Yes.
And so it's not exactly accurate. However, I've simultaneously tried to merge my study of anatomy with the caricature of the chibi bodies. So you know, there is something to be said that excuse me, a little hiccup. Even with the chibis, I try to make sure that it is anatomically correct in its most basic form. So studying that, trying it, like I say this over and over again. I never thought that I would be a chibi artist. That was not what I wanted to be at all. This is nowhere near what I wanted to be. But it's where I'm at, and I'm loving it, and I'm enjoying it, and it's quite the challenge at the same time in its simplicity. So something that you might want to try is also a different art style. I highly recommend trying chibis just to understand simple form, because again, it's like the simple form is what's needed to then exaggerate. One of my, let me see. Somebody had commented on one of my pieces. Where are we at? Is it?
So I wanted to mention that because you did a video and it was amazing, an amazing video that you did of your five best pieces and your 5 worst pieces of 2025. And you knew that everybody, and including myself, I don't agree with what you say in your own video. No. Because what you said about your last book, the thing that you think is the worst one, I think it's one of not the best, but I think it's not
better.
Yeah, it shouldn't be within the realm of the worst things. But then again, that's your opinion,
right?
And it's your artwork, so you can decide what is good and what is bad. But also hear out the people out there because like. It was, I think it was a Marvel one. This guy with a mask. I don't remember. Kind of like a doomsday guy. Sort of like that.
That I made?
Yeah, that you made. That you said, this is probably the worst piece that I have done.
Death Shroud. Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy.
He's also part of the Sen.
Rippaverse.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't agree with what you said. Is like because I see that it was okay, chibis are not proportionate, but within the chibi world, it was
Mhm.
proportionate. The colors, it just needed a little bit more work on it, but I
Mhm.
think it was on a very, very good track.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I also it's, don't tell anybody. It's also YouTube, so exaggeration is a must. But I would say, for example, like here is our is Moss.
Moss
And
with
you see that I
Mayo.
tried to be a little bit more detailed in the body
Yes.
structure, right? Because
Yes.
Moss works out. Maybe I
Yes.
exaggerated him a little more, but it stands out, right?
Yes.
It makes a point,
Mhm, mhm.
but you don't have to. But that's not where I started. I think we all remember where I started. Here's Narmi. There's like no definition to Nomi's body whatsoever. Okay. She's just a little gourd creature, and I love it. It's so amazing, right? This is where I started, but anatomically, she
Mhm.
is correct.
Yes, she is.
Everything is where it's supposed to be, even in its exaggerated form,
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
And
mhm.
so, highly recommend starting out with very simple things. Right? I couldn't have drawn Moss the way that I did back
Mhm.
when I was drawing people back like this. Look,
Mhm.
I still was in my mitten phase,
Aw.
right?
Yeah.
And now I've moved on to fingers.
Nice.
And I'm still kind of working on the feet, But yeah, look, here's our mittens. And you know what? I'm really happy with this picture. I'm very proud of it because everything looks good.
Yes.
Everything looks right. Maybe it's not superior in the in where everything could be as far as, again, the style or whatever, but
Mhm,
like the
mhm.
coloring looks right.
Yes.
The posture looks right, the expressions look right, so that maybe focusing on that for your artwork. Now, like, this is another example of, like, I said, of the bad artwork. Hang on, let me get
Mhm.
the other picture where it the focus,
Mhm.
the colors and everything like that. But like, when I look at this, like, her body's not right. There's
Mhm.
something off about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the pig head is the star of the show, by the way. There's little Nomi, dying out there at sea. But her arm is not right.
Yeah, her arm is not proportionate. Yeah. I can
It's
see
not
that.
it's
Yeah.
wrong. Her arm is, like, in front of her like this,
Yeah.
trying to do something like that,
There's
and that's
no shoulder, right?
yeah, that's not good. Like, that's
Yeah.
wrong. As cool and as cute as this is or whatever, it's not right, even in
Yes.
its simplistic form. So
Mhm.
that's just something to take, if I were to show you all the layers of everything, let me see if I can. Where is there's a lot of layers in here. I don't
I
know.
can see that. It's like, what? How many layers?
This one, over 100.
Wow.
Over 100 layers for all this stuff. Yeah, let's see. Where, because I do a lot of sketching. Each character usually gets their own sketch. Let's
Mhm.
see. Um, there's that. Let's get rid of Sevi. Uh, all the coloring that goes along with it. You can see, you see, like, there's
Yeah.
some of the sketches that I have to go
There you
through
go. Yeah.
everything to turn it all off, but yeah, there's a lot that goes into all the creation and the whatever, and so that's why, even with, Moss, and I studied my own hand. His hand is turned sideways like this,
Yes.
and it looks kind of bizarre, but when I studied
Uh,
myself, because I actually
like
took
that. Yeah.
pictures of myself, if
Yeah,
I was
like
gonna be
that. Yeah,
scared,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
your hand would look like this. So
Yeah.
that's also learning the weirdness of the body in and of
Mhm.
itself.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I highly recommend that. Oh yeah, you guys don't know. You don't know how many layers a lot of times these things cost. I mean, like this one with Joe over here, dear God. There's I'm getting better. There's over 120 layers on this pic.
Wow.
But here is another example of dynamic poses
Yes.
that are just exaggerating what we really do
Yes.
and understanding how does the body really look.
Mhm.
And then, yeah. So what I recommend for you, Maria, is just break down very simple poses. Like the one
Mhm.
that you have right now
Mhm.
is too detailed.
Mhm.
So try to copy that one in its most basic form.
Okay.
Don't separate the pelvis from the leg. Don't or from the torso. Don't draw the lines that indicate where the shoulder starts and whatever. Just do your most basic sketch first, and
Mhm.
then of the body type, and then you can slowly start adding in, like, okay, well, I need to know where the arm is going to go, so I am going to draw a circle for the shoulder, but just loose and
Yeah.
flowing. And we'll talk more when we have our, whatever.
Yay! Yes. We
And
got a
I know
date.
we basically turned our Wednesday, our Monday into a
Doesn't matter. I was gonna say, it's like you're not gonna bail on me on Wednesday, right?
No, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. No, I'm just totally kidding here. I don't know. I think that's all that I have for in the way of examples. I mean, even like Sevi here, I stretched out her hand because foreshortening and stuff like that, that's a very real thing, but it kind of throws us off when you're drawing.
Yeah.
But you just kind of figure it out and you get better as you go. Now that I better understand, what chibis look like.
Mm-hmm.
I can make them detailed, but I had to start with our little globby gourd creatures before I could get to the point that I could draw full bodies that, somewhat makes sense or whatever. Like even with the little kid here, I had to figure out like sometimes little babies just stick their little legs out and
it's true.
Whatever. It's like, but does it sell the idea? Does it look good? Is it okay? Even if it's off a little bit, that's the other thing too, is like figuring out, especially if you're selling stuff like, I don't want to say what's passable because that sounds terrible, but like, am I focusing on the right thing here? Little Robert Irwin's hand here could probably use some more whatever, but it gets the point across. He's holding a little gator creature.
Yeah.
Having a little good time here. And I think it just sells the idea. It serves its purpose and his hand is not the main point. It's right here. This is the money shot.
Yes.
Right here. Well, for some people it might be over here, but this is the money shot right here. And that's all you gotta focus. And then there's Mando behind bars, what are you gonna do?
She's untamed, man. She's untamed.
You can't hold her back. You can't hold her back. And again, going back even with the Transformers,
that was so good.
This is not actually what they look like, right? They're longer or whatever, but I got the main pieces and then I just add to them. But we'll talk more about all that and maybe we'll do a walkthrough. Find a picture of something you want to draw, maybe send it to me and we'll walk through it together.
Sweet.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, thanks, Larry. That guy was a douchebag, flea-bitten, squirrel monger and blankety bloop bloop, but whatever. Exaggerated art style. Chat said bounty hunter, Tabitha, and the first thing I thought was safari. Oh, I mean, I do have a club. I forgot to show Nomi my stick. All right, next time we're doing Fortnite, I'm going to show you the real stick of truth. Okay, if you know. Wasp has added to today's art. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for being here, Wasp. Appreciate it. We were able to sketch out Cara Dune and a completed tea kettle.
Nice. You completed something. Yeah.
I hope everybody's proud. So by the way, this was chosen by the people. Okay. So the subscribers chose whether we were going to do in a poll, chose whether we were going to do Mandalorian or we're going to do Cara Dune. Then the YouTube members chose whether or not Grogu was going to be a part of this art piece, which he will be, don't worry. And then Patreon members decided if this was going to be a cutesy pose or if it was going to be an action pose. So
wow,
whatever
choice.
That's a lot of choice. Yeah. So we allow the people to speak. So if you're not a member and you want to have more say in what happens in the creative process, there's that. But also, I want my subscribers to feel love, like they're a big part. I mean, you ultimately picked what the topic was. Everybody else gets to put on the icing of the cake. Nice. And then Larry says, can you draw Moss as Grogu?
With some steak in there.
I don't know.
You, Lord, for steak on my table. Glory to your name for every bite so flavor. Seasoned with mercy. Grilled by your favor. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for staying. Oh, blessed be your name. Oh, blessed be your flame. Sizzling joy, joy in every mouthful. Thank you, Lord, for staying. Oh, blessed be your name.
Oh, that's so good.
It's you right in the feels, as it should. As it should. Yeah, Moss and Grogu are the same size.
Probably.
Right. Probably. Maria, are you going live after this?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna go live over on my YouTube channel.
What's it called?
Unlocking Lores -TGC. Find me. And I'm gonna go live on Kick also simultaneously. Some art. There it is. I live.
You live. I am trying to find your kick one as well. Show
Oh, it's
Maria.
already there. Oh, no, it's okay.
No, that's yeah. Show Maria some love over there.
So yes, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna be working on the piece that I'm doing right now. Let me show you. Might as well.
Yes,
For those who are busy, can't make it. I am working on this piece right here.
Oh, hang on. Let me blow it up. Ooh, oh.
Mr. Bison and Guile with the swishy thingies and the swish thing right here. So this is the piece in alcohol markers and colored pencils. So I just started it off, the coloring, and I'm going to be continuing on that one there.
It looks so good. So I believe in you, Maria. I believe if you could, not, this is going to sound terrible. I believe if you could loosen up a little bit and not overthink it, that you could get to where you want to go and not have to rely on copying other people's artwork. References are always going to be there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm using references, but I believe that you'll get to the point, like me, if you work hard enough. No, where for real, you have a reference up here and you translate that information and you put it
into that. Yeah. I mean, all artists, Disney artists used to use live models. I don't know if you've seen the video of how they made Sleeping Beauty back in 1950 something. They had the real princess dancing around and they had to like draw her while she was moving around. It's like, wow, that is insanely good. You know?
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, I follow Aaron Blaze. He was one of the lead artists on
Beauty I also
and the Beast,
follow him.
Aladdin, and all that stuff. And they would have those little statues. Everybody was given a statue of Simba.
Yes.
To try to use that to always make sure everything looked like that.
Yes.
And so 100%. Everybody, if anybody is ever telling you as an artist that you suck because you're using references, those people are jerkwads and they have no idea what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Like, these are the ignorant, stupid people that walk into other people's lives thinking they know something when they don't, and all they do is trying to push you down. If you're using a reference, you're acting like a professional.
True.
Just
very true.
That. So, also, so Maria, what I would recommend, if you would like, if you want to go start your stream, how long does that take you? I can try to host some people over there.
Yeah, it'll take about 5 minutes to set up the camera again. Go up on.
All right. Well, then leaves, and then I'll talk to the people about some stuff.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Now, for real, guys, though, let me see if I can find. By the way, thank you all for your support today. If I didn't say that enough, I'm sorry. I saw. Wait, hang on. I'm trying to find. Okay, that was not what I was looking for. I was looking for this because I like the pretty frame, and there's Cara Dune over there. Yes, thank you, DL. I'm going to try to find the politically incorrect. Let's see, how do we do that? So you guys can follow over there. If you really like good commentary from real everyday people, I mean, and they're way more informed than I am, so that'll be fun. How do you spell this? Politically incorrect knit. I believe that's what they're called. Yes, politically incorrect knitters. Super great people over there, and actually works with the Rippaverse. If you didn't know that, let me put this paste over here. Anna's very nice, very, very. She's one of those people where you're like, wow, she is so sweet, so pretty, and then bam, she hits you with the hard stuff, and you're like, dear God, I didn't know. Yes. So check out these people, check out their live streams and their whatnots. And it's easygoing, but very insightful, very well educated. I don't yet know the time. Let me see. Anne messaged me. Where did she message me at? Here's a small pause. You know what? Actually, I got something to talk to you about. Let's go to commercial. Oh, wow.
I died.
Well,
guys, I died.
Well, there was a reason we were in the rowboat. Nomi.
How did you die?
Because she went in the water like a fool. What do you think the rowboat was for? Wait. Nomi, did you do it for the science?
I was trying to go get some ice cream.
You could have redeemed yourself and said, guys, I did it for the science, and I would have respected you. But since you did it for ice cream, I can't respect that.
I was going to bring you some.
It's still not for the science.
Row your boat
gently down the stream.
Down the stream.
My
man, this thing hurts.
Life is but a dream. It's going to be at 6 o'clock Eastern time over there on the politically incorrect knitters. And apparently they're having a knitting war. I don't know what that means. And if that's the case, I will lose. Number one, because I'm bringing crochet to a knitting war. They are different. And then second, I don't know as much. I know the basics and a little more. These people are the type of people that are making sweaters and teddy bears and stuff like that. I can make you a good old-fashioned coaster. I can make you a nice blanket. In fact, I'm working on it. Hang on. I've been working on it for a couple years. No, this is not the blanket. This is a piece of the blanket. So it does. It kind of matches my sweater. So I've got like 5 of these pieces, I think. And I need to make like one or two more. No, one more because that would make it even to complete my blankie. It's nice. But I started this thing like 6 years ago and I never finished it. I'm a terrible individual. But anyway, guys, you guys are all amazing in my life, and I appreciate you so much. We will be coming back for more Cara Dune art tomorrow, and hopefully we will be much further along. Thank you all for participating in the polls. Thank you so much for liking and commenting on the shorts and the videos that I've been putting out. Thank you for being members of the channel and keeping things running. There was an update to the Patreon. We're including some cool stuff while trying to navigate what is good and what is not. What works. Everything's good, but sometimes it needs to be what works. Learn to fail faster. It's kind of embarrassing to put an idea out, especially when it involves money, other people's money, but you've got to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And I will say it's very humbling and you guys keep me motivated. Where it's like, okay, I promised something and I couldn't fulfill it. So I have to change that. And you guys still show up and still support the channel. And that is something that I'm still flabbergasted about to this day. But tomorrow, we're going to be back at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hot Take Tuesday. Bring your hot takes. It's going to be interesting. Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow. Today is Motivation Monday. I hope you feel motivated in your endeavors. Learn to fail faster because it's only an upward trajectory. Failure with growth is an uphill trajectory. You can only get better. I'll be in the chat on my Patreon for 30 minutes after the show. If you need any help with your artwork, go over to Makeover Mondays. If you've made some amazing artwork and you just want to share it with other happy people in your life, go over to Artists Alley. Tonight, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be carrying the glass with Sevi. But here over on the kick side, I'm going to throw you over our friend, the Lima Bean, Maria. You all are amazing. Thank you for being a part of my life. Peace out!
Thank you for coming to the show here. Please like and subscribe to Tabitha's YouTube channel. YouTube. It's that platform you can go and watch videos